Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, listen, Oscar nomination for Oldman. That's what I believe.
Yeah,
I mean,
guys, this is the Jim Gordon section of the
Jim
Dark Knight's
Jim Gordon, I mean,
bumper edition of Talkback.
Really, I mean, after Batman Begins, I was actually one of the people who went on the forums and I tried to actually write to Warner Brothers and say, please, can you give Gordon more screen time? That's one of the...
Got a lot of screen time in this one.
No, that's it. That's what was one of the most essential bits in the comic books. Was like, this is really Batman and Gordon. Like, they are both working together, and that was just such a key thing, a key aspect of in the comics. So I said, like, you've got to give him more screen time. You have Gary Oldman in your film, and you've got to give him more screen time. And like in the Dark Knight, man, Oldman just amazing. Really,
I
really
would say,
like he nailed the character.
I would say, and this is a controversial statement to some people, I would say Gary Oldman is the greatest living actor.
It's not controversial.
Well, it is controversial to some. Okay,
No,
to some.
if you know what acting
because they're
is-
going to say De Niro and Pacino and guys like that. Listen, in my opinion, Gary Oldman is the greatest living actor. He's not the greatest of all time, no. You know, you got Marlon Brando and Orson Welles and co. But living, and a lot of people do not even know who Gary Oldman is till Batman. That is the only thing that they know of him, is the greatest living actor. And to be honest, it was scandalous how underused he was in the first movie, and he got a lot more screen time in this movie. And even he could even do more, like you saw in the last scene that he had in this movie. How he's so good an actor. Like, if you give him enough, he's going to keep shocking you.
Look, I mean, the thing I'm saying to Half Hope is that Half Hope came out saying the split second he came out of IMAX, she was saying Oscar for whatever you call it,
Oldman.
And I didn't.
I don't agree.
My point to oh well, you don't agree. My point is that I find Oldman to me is boring. He's boring. It's like, to even say Oscar is a waste of time.
No, it is a waste of time because he's beyond that.
His performance in this is beyond an Oscar. And Half Hope is coming from the point that Half Hope knows what Gordon is. And Half Hope said it after Begins. That for those of you guys out there who really know who Gordon is, you should really enjoy this film. You should really enjoy this film. Because you're never in your lives, ever, going to see Gordon again. I don't know how Oldman how he did it, because this guy probably knows nothing about Batman in his life. But I saw this guy in Begins. I said that this guy's like reached into the depths of Batman Year One and extracted that man from Batman Year One.
No, the thing about Commissioner Gordon, which is just crazy, is that like Phantom of Hope is saying, is like, it's weird because you've given it to a guy who doesn't know anything about Batman. How did he do it? It doesn't make any sense.
No, because
we're going to talk about the big daddy of that, which is Heath Ledger, because it does. Some actors do things sometimes that don't make sense. Gary Oldman's makes more sense because we know he's amazing. We know he's amazing, but still, he still shocks you because.
No, but I think just as Wolfgang was saying, like, the most shocking thing about it was like when I was reading Year One before I saw Batman Begins, I saw that like the way Oldman played it was like, if I was to imagine if this guy in Year One, this guy in Dark Knight Returns, this guy in Killing Joke, if he was to talk,
he's better than Year One.
No, it's like if like this is the guy that's what I was reading in the comics.
It's the man. It's
like the way he looks, the way he talks, the way he moves around. Just like
the man. It's
ridiculous.
It's weird. It's like every single thought in his brain. When you see how his brain is working when he's talking to Batman, how his brain is working, the way he's trying to establish the equilibrium of trust and not trust, and the lack of control he actually really has, it's extraordinary. And it's like, you can only give him an Oscar if you actually see, like, people can give guys Oscars because they've all read Lord of the Rings and they're people. If you knew what Gordon was, this guy should get 4 Oscars.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is,
so but it's like,
for me, it's like, I'm even going beyond that. I'm talking about pure acting. You have never even read it. The last scene was shocking. Now that's an Oscar-worthy scene. The last scene with Gordon on the ground when he was crying was an Oscar-worthy scene. Like, I'm talking about old people who've never read Batman, who don't even care about Batman, don't know anything about comics, when you see that, you believe it. You see, what Gary Oldman was able to do is that scene, he elevated it to beyond just a standoff. It's like you actually really, you actually cared, even though you shouldn't really care, because I don't know his family. Like, you haven't seen many scenes with him and his family. So you shouldn't really care, because they haven't developed the family relationship Gordon actually had with his wife and his child. But the thing is that because he was able to pull all that out, and that's quality acting.
Let me just I'm keeping hammering it. I hammer it home to you guys, but watch this movie. Let me get this thing up. This thing here. Watch this film a lot. Watch it a lot, guys, because this thing has peaked. It's peaked. It's not happening again.
Oh no, I mean, like, guys,
it's not happening again.
I'm just saying, like,
it's finished.
Really, just with the whole Oldman thing, I think it's even obviously the last scene. The last scene was good, but the whole thing as a whole is like, guys, man, if you are a real Batman fan, man, like, this is a key character in the Batman comics that was not even hinted upon in the TV series or 89 or Batman Returns. And this guy has,
he was there, he just wasn't.
But it's just like
wasn't big.
That's what's like.
Look, guys, unless one of the guys on this settee now directs a Batman film, you're never going to say a better Batman film than The Dark Knight. I'll tell you that now.
Yes, it'd have to be a talkback because that does it.
It's like you're never going to say a better movie for so many reasons. And this Oldman is a big reason. He's a big reason because it's like...
He's an unsung hero of the whole Batman the Nolan world of Batman.
Yeah, it's like there are certain kind of foundation stones that you never really see. But these things are so extraordinarily important to the world you're trying to create, of which Oldman is a huge one of them. And my sadness is that this incarnation of Batman could have been so much, because the amount, for God's sake, you want to do sections? Look at bloody Lucius Fox.
Yeah, no.
Look at bloody Lucius Fox.
No. You see now, that you see. Wait, hold on. Pause. We've talked a lot about a lot of guys. What Morgan Freeman brought to the table in this film, forget about because the first film he brought a lot to the table in that film. What he brought to the table in this film, I was shocked because he didn't have a lot of scenes. That was when he actually went to make the offer to the guy in Hong Kong and was at the table. He knew that the offer was rubbish. He knew the offer was rubbish. So the way that he actually played that scene, I was like, I started laughing. Listen, he was laughing. I was laughing. I
woke up this morning and I was brushing my teeth, and I'll be honest with you, okay, because we're friends. Yes, it's talk back. I just thought, man, Morgan Freeman's a good actor. I looked out of the window and I just said, yeah, that guy's good. And that's because I watched a movie called The Dark Knight.
The guy's good, man.
That guy's good.
The guy's good.
No, because I think like as this guy is like, there is enough juice.
Oh, and then
as guys saying, like, there's enough juice and ingredients in it to make a really good film.
This movie was meant to be an Empire Strikes Back beta. Nolan laid out the challenge.
He put the challenge out
indirectly by calling out The Godfather 2s and The Empire Strikes Back. He said, though, so we know he was thinking things. And the sad thing is that there are diamonds in this incarnation, in this film, for it to have been the thing. It wasn't. There's
also Michael Caine as well, and his representation. Which,
I'm not like.
But you see, Michael Caine is not worth talking about because he's not worth talking about because it's complete. I can't imagine Alfred as anybody else now, because that's one of the characters that's literally. He's better than the comics.